In this course, we're going to be programming within an environment called BlueJ. BlueJ is an IDE, or Integrated Development Environment. You can download it from bluej.org here. Choose the particular version that fits your operating system and follow the installation instructions. My installation is on a Mac, so after unzipping the download, I copy the program to the Applications folder. When you first open BlueJ, you might be asked whether you want to try using Stride. You should ignore this because we won't be using Stride within this course. Within the course, we're going to be closely following the textbook Objects First with Java, and this is considered to be essential reading for the course. So you will also need to download the associated program files that go with the book. You can find them here at the Objects First area on bluej.org. Download the projects files, and I recommend that you create a separate programming folder somewhere at the top level of your file system. Move the project zip file into that folder and unzip it. And here you can see that for each chapter in the textbook, there are separate sets of program files. Programs within BlueJ are called projects. Here I'm going to the folder for chapter 1 and selecting the folder called figures. To open the figures project, I double click on the package.bluej file and the program then opens within the BlueJ environment. An alternative way to open a project is to select the project menu from within BlueJ, then open project and navigate to the project folder that you want. Notice that in this case we don't select package.bluej, we simply select the folder containing the project that we wish to open. You might notice the difference between the two projects that we have opened. In the case of the second project, the rectangles within the main area are striped, and this is not the case in the first one that we opened. The striping indicates that this program is not yet compiled, and we can compile it, in other words check that there are no errors within it, by selecting the Compile menu option on the left-hand side of the BlueJ window. If there are no errors in the program, then once compiled the stripes disappear, and we have a look that's very similar to the first project that we opened. Once we have a program opened, we obviously want to run it. In a future video we'll get into the details of what all these rectangles are and how formally we run a program, but for now we can right-click over one of the rectangles, in this case Picture, and select New Picture from the drop-down menu. We're asked to select a name, and then a red shape appears right at the bottom of the BlueJ window. This area is called the Object Bench. Now, right-clicking over the red object, we get another drop-down menu, and if we select Draw, then a picture looking like a house made out of the various shapes that we can see represented in the main part of the window appears. We'll go into a lot more detail about how this is created and exactly how to interact and run programs in BlueJ in a future video. In summary, we've downloaded the BlueJ IDE from bluej.org, we've downloaded the projects that go with the course textbook from the Objects First area of the BlueJ website, we've created a folder for our programs, and we've copied the projects to that folder. We then unzipped the projects and ran a couple of samples of the projects that are available. Your priority going forward is to follow these steps. Download the BlueJ environment, get hold of the projects that we're going to be using on the course, and just make sure that your installation of BlueJ works properly. In the next video we'll look at some of the key features of object-oriented programming and explain some of the things that we've seen very briefly within this video.